Effects of sleep deprivation. After being deprived of sleep for just one night, research subjects develop microsleeps. Microsleeps are episodes of sleep lasting only a few seconds that occur during wakefulness. You know, it's nodding off. It's your eyes getting so heavy and then boom, you close them. You're resting your eyes for a second. That's a microsleep. People who go without sleep for a day or more also experience disruptions in mood, mental abilities, reaction time, perceptual skills, and complex motor skills. They say a lack of sleep is comparable to being inebriated, right? A little drunk. So, sleep restriction studies, reducing the amount of sleep per night to as little as 4 hours, produces a number of impairments and changes. An increased urge to sleep, concentration, vigilance, reaction time, memory skills, and the ability to gauge risks are diminished. So your ability to decision or to make a decision involving risk becomes, you know, less attuned to the situation, and you might actually involve yourself in risky behavior whenever, if you had a good night's sleep, you would be able to judge that properly and not put yourself in a risky position. Motor skills, including driving skills, decrease, producing a greater risk of accidents. Metabolic and hormonal disruptions occur, including harmful changes in levels of stress hormones. Cortisol, our stress hormone, gets produced when we don't get more and more sleep. The immune system's effectiveness is diminished, making the person more susceptible to colds and infections. People are usually unaware of the changes because we lie to ourselves. We say, oh, we can power through this. Oh, I didn't get great sleep last night. Don't worry, I'll get great sleep tonight. And then something else happens, you don't get great sleep that night, and then it's compounded. And then all of a sudden, you're 2 days in to having a total of 6 hours sleeping, and you are the most reactionary that you could possibly be. You're not gauging the world appropriately. You're not making the correct decisions. Your brain is not functioning correctly. There's this thing called Rem Rebound that happens though. So let's say that you don't dream for 2 nights, okay? Or you don't dream for 1 night because maybe you just stayed up all night. You pulled an all-nighter, it's college, we're studying, blah, blah, blah. REM deprivation studies. So researchers wake sleepers whenever they enter REM. So here you are, you hooked up to an the electroencephalograph. So you're hooked up to it, and they're reading it, blah, blah, blah. They see you're entering REM sleep, and they wake you up. They don't let you get into it. They don't let you dream. All right, after several nights of being selectively deprived of REM sleep, the subjects are allowed to sleep uninterrupted, and something crazy happens. They experience REM rebound. The amount of time spent in REM increases by as much as 50%. You get to dream longer. You get to spend more time in your dream. If you don't dream, your body catches up. Your body says, ooh, we didn't dream the other day. Let's get it done right now. It's pretty cool. But it needs to happen on a consistent basis. But your body's smart enough to catch up to it. Similarly, when people are selectively deprived of non-REM rebound happens. All right, sleep-deprived adolescents. Teenagers require about 8.5 to 9 hours of sleep each night to be fully rested. However, only 1 out of 7 U.S. teens actually do that. You don't value your sleep. It's just statistically proven. Now, you could, and if you did, I bet you'd be functioning on a little bit of a higher level than you normally would. Most adolescents report getting around 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep, which is probably why they sleep about 2 hours longer on the weekends. You're catching up. So consequences of regular sleep loss include poor school performance, increased risk of accidents and injuries, and depressed mood. The sleep-deprived emotional brain, I've said this a couple times, when you have sleep deprivation, right, you're not getting good sleep, your amygdala actually becomes inflamed, and you become more reactionary emotionally, right, an unstable mood. So there's a study done basically says a sleep-deprived brain is much more prone to strong emotional reactions, especially in response to negative stimuli. What you really want to know about sleep, researchers aren't certain, but they might be, they say it might be increasing. Oh, why do we yawn? We yawn because we're empathetic. You know, imagine us walking around in our tribe of people 10,000 plus years ago, right? Our nomadic selves. And we're walking around, we see one person yawn. Ooh, that person's either getting tired and they want to stay awake. You increase the oxygen into the brain, right? Or it's the morning and that person's yawning and they're actually becoming more awake. That's what we do, right? We yawn at night and we yawn in the morning because we're actually trying to either keep our brain awake or wake it up for the first time. But if you see somebody in your tribe do that, you're like, ooh, we've done the exact same thing all day long. We've actually done the exact same thing our entire existence. Why don't I yawn too? And that's why yawning is apparently contagious. It's an empathy thing. Okay? Paralyzed in the morning, sleep paralysis is a real thing. It's a temporary condition in which a person is unable to move upon awakening in the morning or during the night. And then the paralysis of REM just carries over. So you actually just came out of a dream, your muscles haven't come out of that stage, and you're just sitting there awake with your eyes open, unable to move. It's a scary thing. People do experience it. Deaf people use sign language instead of sleep talking. Sleep talking and sleepwalking typically happen in stages 3 and 4. It's hard to wake up somebody from deep sleep. All right? All right, we did it. Let it go.